Today's rant is brought to you by New Works Plumbing of Sacramento. Locally owned for over 20 years, New Works has a fix for you. For your plumbing needs and repairs, just go to newworksplumbing.com. That's NEWWRXplumbing.com. Hey, join me later today, 3 o'clock Pacific, live on Listen App. Well, the National Football League has suspended Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley for 1 year because he bet on NFL games, used a parlay bet from his phone, and the NFL did an investigation. Ridley admitted to it, and so he has been suspended for a year. Now, the NFL didn't find really anything that was suspicious in terms of games being thrown or changing the outcome of games. There wasn't anything like that. But I'm surprised at the number of current NFL players and some others that have come down hard on the NFL because they find it to be a double standard. The NFL, after all, makes millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars from gambling websites. And so the reasoning should be, well, if the NFL is making all of that money, why can't a player gamble in NFL games? Do I have to really explain that to you? A player in a team sport cannot bet on games involving their league. Plain and simple. If you're an NFL player, don't bet on NFL games. You want to bet on basketball or hockey, baseball, go ahead. Same thing, baseball, whatever. If you're an NFL or an NBA player and you want to bet on the NFL, go ahead. Why is this so hard to understand? Anything that even brings a shadow of a doubt to the integrity of the game cannot be allowed. I mean, after all, look at Brian Flores and his lawsuit against the Miami Dolphins and other NFL teams and the National Football League, accusing owner Steven Adams of the Dolphins of incentivizing Flores of $100,000 per loss so that they could get the top pick in the draft. Again, you can't have that. I don't know if that is true or not. We're going to find out. But anything that goes to the integrity of the sport is bad for the sport. Look at the scandal in the early 2000s involving NBA referee Tim Donaghy. That was a huge black eye for the NBA. And again, it raises the integrity of what we are watching. Not to mention the gambling aspect, which again, I think is common sense, and I don't have to get into that. Calvin Ridley has no one to blame but himself. It may have been benign, it may have been innocent, no harm done, try and have a little fun, as he was not even with the Falcons. He was on a leave because of mental health issues. He needs to know better. Just can't do it. You want to bet on college football, go ahead. Don't bet on the NFL. It raises suspicion, even if it's just by a whisker. It's not good for the NFL. It is not good for sports. I have no problem with the NFL's decision. I do have a problem with those that are criticizing the NFL for the decision to suspend Ridley for a year. I got no problem with it. Plain and simple. Do not bet on your sport in your league. Simple. And that's my rant for today. Hey, if you like what I have to say, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I'll get back to you. And as always, thank you so much for watching Rant's Rant.